Scorpio. Welcome to your reading. Thank you for checking out the channel. I'm going to go ahead and do a general reading for you today. It's just going to be a simple Celtic cross. See where you're at, where you're going, for any guidance or whatever reason you're here for. It's general. It may or may not resonate. If it does, awesome. If it doesn't, then you don't have to take it. You can go ahead and check out any of my other readings that I have for you. Or you can check out another YouTuber that might have some insight that you might need. So for the main spread, I'm going to be using the Rider-Waite Tarot. And to clarify, I'm going to use the Welcome to Night Vale Tarot by Jessica Hayworth. I also received some oracle cards recently, so that's weird. Cancer got the same thing. So I'm going to use those at the end to see if maybe there's any other advice or any other thing that you need to hear. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and get this out for you, and then we'll see where we're at from there. Okay, so we do have here at the bottom this Three of Swords. There was a disappointment recently. It feels like it was a pretty big disappointment. It doesn't feel like mild. It does feel pretty, almost devastating. Like something upsetting definitely happened pretty recently, and it's still kind of on your mind. It feels like maybe it's more in the background more so, but it does come up a couple times a day where you're just like, oh man, well, maybe I'll do this better next time, or something like that. It almost feels like regret, but it feels a lot more like sorrow than anything right now. Let's go ahead and just get started with the rest of the reading. We do have here at the current event, the current situation, the Nine of Cups. So even despite this heartbreak, there is some kind of a wish fulfillment. I almost want to say that it's not yours though. Somebody got something around you. Maybe that's why there's a heartbreak. Let me get it clarified before I say any more. Maybe I'm wrong. The Lovers. It almost feels like there was somebody that you had your eye on, and they started dating somebody else, and that's why you're disappointed. Maybe that's why this is. It feels like somebody else got the relationship they were wanting, but it's not with you. And things that it's impacting the Nine of Swords, a sense of anxieties and doubts. I'm getting a very gloomy feeling. Almost as if you have a lot of negative thoughts about yourself. With the Page of Pentacles. I know the Page of Pentacles doesn't mean this, but because of the way this is depicted with a giant hole in them, and then they have like all these flowers, it almost it feels like it's almost suffocating. Like right where their lungs are, there's flowers. Like you have, and these flowers are like all over your head, all over your body. It feels like you're upset by it. I mean, obviously. I know it's not what the page is supposed to represent, but that's just what I'm getting from this. It very much feels like that. That reminds me. I saw something online a year or so ago. I'm trying to remember what it's called. There's like, it's a fictional disease. Hanahaki disease? I don't know. Hana something. It's a fictional disease where if you have unrequited love, like flowers grow in your lungs and you suffocate and die. It's obviously a fictional disease, but like that's what I'm kind of getting from this. I don't remember what it was called. If I do remember, or maybe I'll look it up, I'll put it in the description. So we do have, and things that it's impacting is the Eight of Wands. Expansion. It feels like you kind of got stuck. The Two of Pentacles. You don't have your priorities straight anymore. That's what it feels like. You don't have your priorities lined up in front of you anymore, and it's like you just kind of stopped going. And it's probably from like this gloomy feeling. And things that are leaving is the Ace of Swords with the King of Pentacles. It feels like a truth is leaving. Like a truth that you felt about yourself. It's starting to leave you. It's like remember I said before that you were having like a lot of negative thoughts about yourself? It feels like that. It feels like you're starting to have a lot of negative thoughts, and your truth of who you were is starting to go out because of these negative thoughts. In the near future, we do have the Five of Cups. Some sorrow with the Seven of Cups. It feels like the Five of Cups is almost feeling like you're still going to feel pretty upset about this whole situation, it feels like. But there is going to be a sense of, okay, I should get up, I should move on, I should look at my other options of what else I could do. Because it doesn't always have to be about love. You can go ahead and like work hard on like a hobby. You can decide you want to have a career in photography, I'm getting for some reason specifically, but it doesn't have to be photography. You can hone a skill into that. You can like, oh, let me pick up knitting, I don't know, something. Like you can do a bunch of different things. You have other options you can do to help, I guess, help you kind of regain yourself. We do have here in your distant future the Page of Cups, with the Ten of Cups. It feels like someone's going to come to you with a good offer, emotional, fulfilling offer, something that I almost want to say like a lot of people are clamoring for. And a lot of people are going to be like, oh yeah, I would love that, but then you are the one who gets it, is what it feels like. You're the one who gets it. In your current emotions, your current situation, we have the King of Swords here with the Star. It almost feels like you're trying to find relief in cruelty. It feels like you're trying to almost lash out at some people who may not deserve it. Because he's usually about like, you know, truth and all that stuff, but he's also known as like the cruelest of kings because he's all thought-based. He knows things, and sometimes when you don't put your emotion into things, you come off as blunt and you come off as like stiff. He's coming off to me as cruel. It feels like you're kind of taking your heartbreak and turning it into cruelty, and you're finding a sense of relief in that. Like, this is your coping mechanism. I wouldn't say it's a healthy thing to do. I would say maybe try and find something else. I had talked about before, like finding it, maybe knitting or painting or something like that. That's, yeah. And people and energies around you, we have the Ten of Pentacles. It does feel like a bit of a celebration of some kind with the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is coming back with that. Someone has gained knowledge and there's going to be a celebration about it. A new sense of knowledge is about to be explored, or they have gained it, and there's going to be a sense of celebration for that. Maybe somebody you know. Well, it could be an energy around you. It could be multiple people. We're at the time of this recording, we're approaching a time where everyone's graduating from like high school, graduating from college, things like that. So it could very well that there's a celebration from graduation and this knowledge, but maybe there's a specific person in mind that you have that's like, they just got some sort of knowledge, and maybe they're not from high school, maybe they're not from college, maybe they just got a new skill that they've learned, they've earned, and they're wanting to celebrate with you or other people. We do have in your hopes and fears the Chariot. I'm very specifically drawn to this, and I know this isn't the correct symbol, but it's giving me that like hospital symbol. I know it's not that symbol, but it feels like that. So a sense of healing I'm getting. You're wanting to heal from the Five of Cups. You are hoping that you will be able to heal from this emotional loss, this heartbreak. Yeah, and you're going to. That's how things are. You're gonna be able to move on from this and heal from it, even if it doesn't feel like you will. And nothing I say will make that come home quite right, but that is how it is. Things will eventually work out. We do have here in your outcome the Six of Pentacles. So yeah, you're going to be able to work out with the Tower. There's going to be a revelation that just clicks. It's going to come out of nowhere. It's going to just click with you. And you're going to realize that you're going to be okay. You're going to like be well off. And you're going to be like, I'm moving past this. And maybe I'll share my wisdom with other people who might be having a hard time. Something's going to click. Something's just going to make sense. With the Two of Wands. Yeah, again, an overall feeling of being maybe stuck in place, of waiting for the right thing to do. They say time heals all wounds. Sorry for the airplane. Please leave. Come on. That was a really bad shuffle. I'm sorry, Scorpio. So I'm gonna go ahead and get you a couple oracles. To go ahead and see maybe if there's anything else you might need to hear about, anything else you might need some advice or something like that. Encouraging words, who knows. I'm gonna quickly take a sip of my iced coffee because my throat's getting a little. Sorry, a little dry. So these oracle cards are called Alice the Wonderland Oracle. You already got a card, and I'm gonna go ahead and get you. Let's get this right. Well, I'm gonna get you like maybe one more. Okay, or two more apparently. So we do have here. You can't go back to yesterday. Be in the present. this feels like the overall feeling of this reading. You can't go back to how things were, but that's okay. You have to just be in the now and accept it. Become braver. Resilience, experience growing stronger, and a fresh perspective. Yeah, something's gonna click. There's gonna be a fresh perspective here, and it's gonna make you, a bit braver. No need to fear. Remember how powerful you are. I don't think there's anything else that needs to be clarified with that. That's pretty on point. So that's what I have for you today, Scorpio. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I mean, considering the thing, maybe not so much, but I hope you heard something that you needed to. If you did hear something you needed, or if you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing to my channel, and I guess I'll see you guys next week. Bye!